I'm a Guyanese girl who loves pho. And if you know, it is not cheap at all. Or if it's cheap, it ain't good. And so I wanted to make a good batch of pho. And believe it or not, this was my first successful batch of pho. And I had to watch it all night. I didn't sleep until 4 o'clock in the morning. If you see, it's 5 o'clock on the timer, and it wasn't finished until 4 o'clock in the morning. Anyway, these are my spices. These are all the ingredients that I use to flavor my pho. This is my meat. I use some neck bones, some oxtail, some short ribs, and I put it in the pot of boiling water so it can scald. And what that does is cook off the impurities, and you will wash off your meat and put it back. I think I cooked this for about, not cook it, I parboil, not parboil, yeah, I think it's parboil. I parboil it for like 10-15 minutes to get that impurity, all that gunk at the top off. And then I wash it and I put it back in my pot. And then I put new water in the pot and I put that on there to simmer. And so now I'm gonna do my spices. This thing smells so good. Oh my God, I love it. I need to like package the smell or something. But anyway, that's my spice bag, and I'll dump it in there so it can start simmering in the broth. And I'm gonna char my onion and my ginger. That I wouldn't advise you to char your ginger like that. I would definitely advise to put it in the oven and let it toast or char in the oven or the the air fryer. And so I put some rock sugar in there, season up to add some flavor. And I'm gonna add my other spices and things. Well, I put the spice bag already, but I'm gonna add some more flavoring, like some fish sauce and my chicken bouillon, the Asian one, the Asian chicken bouillon, the Asian pho seasoning, broth seasoning. And yeah, so now I'm just cutting up my toppings and I'm boiling them, and I'm gonna put those to the side while my pho simmer. This, I probably had it on for about 8 hours or so I really didn't sleep. I didn't have much, I didn't get much sleep this night, but it was well worth it. It came out so good. I loved it. And yeah, I really enjoyed it. And until next time, I get to make some more. This time, I think, was the time that I really got the recipe down pat, and I followed it to the T. And if you're wondering, I watch Alyssa's video on YouTube. She's really good. She makes lots of Asian Vietnamese dishes. She's really good, and she's my inspiration for this video. So you guys could go check her out as well. Yeah. And look at me being fancy with my cutting knife skills. Afraid I cut my fingers, and so I'm being very careful. And I'm now gonna go cut up the limes. Some really good limes. I got most of my stuff from 99 Ranchers or 99 Ranch. I can't remember exactly, but it's the Asian grocery store. And I got most of the seasoning ingredients from there. Well, some of the seasoning ingredients, the spices I got from my local grocery store. Yeah, and it was really good. This turned out really good. One thing that I did forget to do is film a little more the process of the broth and what it looked like. However, it was late. I wanted to sleep. I was tired. Ugh. However, I made it happen, and it came out really well. And I'm probably gonna make another video showing more in depth of the broth process, because the broth is key. That is where everything is. That's the secret behind it's the different levels of flavor. Like there is tier. yeah, the different flavor profile, the different taste, and all the things. It's what makes the pho special. It's what makes it unique. And so when I see people making all kind of other thing, I know there are other variation based on culture, Asian culture, what's not. And I think there's another one that called katiu, and they make it a little different. But I've seen people making pho, and they season up the meat before they cook it, and I don't know. Anyway, not too much on that. So yeah, it's me cutting up my limes, and I'm boiling those, and I'm gonna set those to the side and just have everything ready for when I'm ready to assemble my bowl, which I did not film as well. And so maybe I will do another video filming exactly how I made my authentic Vietnamese pho and show you guys how I follow the recipe from Alyssa and a couple other people. So I did watch a few videos and saw how they made it. And it was very informative, very educational, and I appreciated all the videos and recipes. Anyways, we are at the end of this video. As you can see, I've assembled my bowl and it's looking very delicious. So. And I'm gonna go ahead and pour that broth on there. It's steaming hot. Look at that steam. Yes. If you like this video, drop a comment in the comment section. Subscribe to my YouTube channel. I am more than just a beauty content creator, and I'm getting back on my YouTube game. I don't know what this journey is going to lead me to, but I'm excited to be on it with you. So join me. Be a part of the family. Be a part of the community. Hit that subscribe button. Let's be pal. Let's talk. Let's chat it up in the comment section. Bye.